some bullshit.
managed Rick. I don't what he actually did for Ric Flair.
He was his referee, but he also kind of was
partnered
his
with him
like.
for a little while, and he was known as Little Nate. And
he actually owns one of Ric Flair's robes. He owns the lion robe.
He owned that robe.
Oh, they bought it from him, right? They made him cry that time
on the
Conrad
Thompson said that Ric Flair's black robe that he wore,
the butterfly robe.
Yeah, the black robe.
I watched that episode.
Was the rarest. Like you could not find it.
They got it.
Where it was.
They got it.
For years, though, on his podcast, Conrad would talk about this and say, like, they don't know where it is, but it's out there.
That was a great show. They
had to go through hell to get that robe.
That guy didn't want to get rid of it.
There was the guy was anonymous, and he had I don't know the word,
a handler,
emissary, working for him to facilitate a negotiation to sell the black Ric Flair robe,
butterfly robe.
And
really
this guy would just kept coming back and be like, I want you to get me another Ric Flair robe. I want you to get me this Wild Nature Boy robe that he only wore once. That this referee had,
right?
Nate.
He made him cry.
So he cried giving it up, but they said,
didn't want to give it up.
Robe instead.
The ref, this guy here,
he cried.
Ric Flair gave Charles Robinson one of his most rarest robes, which is the lion robe. He only wore it one night. I believe it was at a Starcade or at something. I don't remember Steve will know exactly what I'm talking about.
Look it up now.
But the guy who had the butterfly robe wanted that robe in trade-in. So they had to go back to Charles Robinson and convince him to give up the lion robe so they could get the butterfly robe so they could put it in the museum.
What's so great about the butterfly robe?
Ric Flair wore the butterfly robe in his WWF debut. He also wore it to the Royal Rumble in 1992, which is still to this day listed as the greatest Royal Rumble of all time. But the butterfly robe was a very iconic Ric Flair robe. Maybe his most iconic. I have no idea. I have no idea.
They explained how they got it. It was left at It was left at a hotel.
Jesus,
something
Flair.
like that.
Oh. Of course, you got fucking
Ric Flair in a hotel wearing
Rolexes. Ric Flair would lose everything. He lost Rolexes, tons of money.
Yep. 4 wives. Yeah. What?
Yeah. Wait, what was the name of that robe before you said? What was the one that they?
The black butterfly robe is the one they acquired. The one that they lion robe.
The lion
robe.
Sorry,
I feel like it was called the wild, the nature. It was more supposed to be
lion robe.
Yeah,
why couldn't they just break this guy's ankles?
So that's the belt that Charles Robinson had, and in order to get the black robe, the guy said, "I want this robe," and then he wanted
blood on
money.
your floor.
And he kept every time that they were going to make the deal, he kept raising the amount of money he wanted.
So wait, if you had this in your possession. It would take a lot to give this fucking thing up, though.
He cried, yeah.
It's got the fur. It's got the lion on it. It's emerald green.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
From the 80s.
How much did they pay him?
Thousands.
Thanks for joining us, Lyle.
Thousands.
Better be.
Yeah.
Well, the guy kept raising the amount of money that he wanted.
He wanted more money, and then they're like, okay, we'll give you the money. And I think, I want more money and the robe.
Yeah.
And they're like,
what the fuck?
And then they got the robe and they raised the amount of money.
Yeah, and it just got to the point where Conor was like, I don't give a fuck. Whatever he wants, just fucking get it.
Well,
get it done.
If he raises it again, we're not doing it because at this point now we can't trust him. He's just going to keep asking for more. If you don't want to fucking do this, then we're not doing this.
That was a great episode.